Picture this. Your phone buzzes with a notification. It's not a message or a social update. It's a bill you forgot about, due tomorrow. Your stomach drops as you realize your savings are non-existent. What now? Let's explore why not having an emergency fund could land you in a world of financial trouble and how you can turn that around before it's too late. The reality check. The global financial environment has proven increasingly unpredictable. Inflation remains a dominant concern, especially after consecutive years of economic recovery, mixed with new disruptions, like geopolitical conflicts and extreme weather events. According to Bankrot's latest report, over 20% of Americans admitted they had no emergency savings, leaving them vulnerable to sudden economic hardships. The pandemic era highlighted this issue, showing that those without emergency savings were significantly more likely to fall into debt or face eviction when income was interrupted. For many, even a minor emergency, like unexpected car repairs averaging $500, $1,000, could destabilize their budget. Why everyone needs an emergency fund? Emergencies come uninvited, affecting everyone regardless of income level. This year, studies have shown that unexpected expenses are most commonly tied to healthcare needs and job losses. A report by the National Bureau of Economic Research in 2024 indicated that nearly 60% of Americans faced an unforeseen expense in the last 2 years, with healthcare costs often exceeding $1,500 per incident. The high reliance on credit cards and loans to handle these costs underscores why emergency funds are crucial. Without them, the average American could find themselves paying up to 25% in annual interest on emergency credit. The job market and you. Why savings matter more now? The job market presents mixed signals. While employment rates show some improvement post-pandemic, job security remains fragile, especially in industries affected by automation and AI integration. The Bureau of Labor Statistics notes that those unemployed now experience longer job searches, with durations averaging 5 to 7 months, depending on the industry. This extends the necessity for an emergency fund that can support individuals through these prolonged periods without income. For those in gig or freelance roles, which now comprise nearly 36% of the U.S. workforce, financial buffers are even more vital due to income inconsistencies. Avoiding the debt trap. Without a well-established emergency fund, many individuals find themselves relying on high-interest credit solutions during financial strain. According to recent Federal Reserve data, U.S. credit card balances surged to over $1 trillion, marking a sharp increase driven by higher costs of living and economic volatility. The average interest rate on credit card debt reached an unprecedented 20.3%, which poses severe challenges for those unable to manage unexpected expenses. In practical terms, this means that a $1,000 expense financed through a credit card could accumulate over $200 in interest over the span of a year if unpaid, a burden that compounds rapidly. This kind of debt spiral can lock individuals into prolonged financial hardship, where minimum payments primarily cover interest rather than principal, extending the repayment period significantly. Such scenarios underline why building an emergency fund is not just recommended but essential to financial health. By preventing reliance on high-interest borrowing, a well-prepared fund safeguards against a cycle of debt that can be hard to break. Real stories. When life throws a curveball. To illustrate the impact of having or lacking an emergency fund, consider real-life examples from 2024. Sarah, a mid-level marketing manager, faced an unexpected layoff when her company restructured. With only 2 weeks' worth of savings, Sarah was forced to dip into her retirement account to cover her expenses. This move incurred steep early withdrawal penalties and disrupted the compounding interest she would have earned, significantly affecting her long-term financial stability. In contrast, Alex, an independent IT contractor, also experienced sudden unemployment due to project budget cuts. However, Alex had prepared by maintaining a 6-month emergency fund. This allowed him the flexibility to search for new opportunities that align with his career goals without the immediate pressure of meeting monthly bills. These contrasting stories are not unique. They reflect broader financial realities faced by many across the U.S., showcasing the practical necessity of having a savings buffer. The presence or absence of an emergency fund can be the difference between maintaining financial stability and spiraling into debt. Steps to build your emergency fund. Creating an emergency fund may seem daunting, but starting with realistic and actionable steps makes it manageable. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau underscores the importance of automating savings to ensure consistency, a practice that has proven effective for many Americans. With inflation impacting household budgets, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau updated guidance suggests setting aside 10% to 20% of monthly income specifically for emergencies. Begin by identifying non-essential spending, such as frequent takeout, subscriptions, or impulse purchases, which can redirect funds into savings. For example, cutting back on dining out from twice a week to once could free up $100 or more monthly. This approach ensures that even modest savings of $100 per month can amount to $1,200 annually, a meaningful start towards a comprehensive emergency fund. Small windfalls like work bonuses or larger tax refunds can also play a significant role in accelerating your fund's growth, bolstering financial readiness. How much should you save? Determining the right amount for an emergency fund depends on personal circumstances and financial obligations. Financial experts emphasize saving at least 3 months' worth of living expenses as a minimum threshold. Households with dependents or sole earners should target 6 months or more to cushion against job loss or significant disruptions. With the average monthly living costs, including rent, groceries, transportation, and utilities ranging between $3,000 and $5,000, saving $9,000 to $30,000 might be necessary to achieve a robust safety net. This goal, though significant, can be broken down into smaller, achievable steps. For instance, saving $250 per month would amount to $3,000 by year-end. Financial planners advise seizing opportunities to boost savings, such as reallocating annual bonuses or tax refunds directly into this fund. This incremental building not only helps make the process less intimidating, but also fosters a habit of consistent financial discipline. Where to keep your emergency fund? Your emergency fund needs to be both safe and readily accessible. High-yield savings accounts have become a popular option, offering interest rates as high as 4.5%, ensuring your money not only remains liquid but grows passively. According to financial analysts, keeping funds in such accounts provides a balance between security and yield, critical for emergency reserves. Unlike certificates of deposit or longer-term investments, which often come with penalties for early withdrawals, high-yield accounts are more flexible. Additionally, some banks have introduced features like no-fee access, making it easier for account holders to withdraw when necessary. The importance of Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation or National Credit Union Administration insurance can't be overstated either, as it protects your funds up to $250,000, giving you peace of mind that your safety net remains intact. Don't raid the fund unless you must. Tapping into your emergency fund for non-essential expenses can sabotage your financial security. Reports indicated that 15% of individuals admitted to using their emergency savings for non-critical purposes, such as leisure trips or impulse purchases. This misuse left them financially exposed when genuine emergencies struck. It's vital to clearly define what qualifies as an emergency, for instance, sudden unemployment, necessary medical treatments, or major home repairs. Maintaining discipline is key. Treating the fund as untouchable except in legitimate situations will ensure that it's available when you most need it. This mindset helps safeguard against unexpected financial shocks that could otherwise push you into debt. The peace of mind factor. Perhaps the most significant, albeit intangible, benefit of an emergency fund is the peace of mind it brings. Financial stress has been found to be a leading cause of anxiety and depression, according to the American Psychological Association. Economic pressures and unforeseen personal crises contributed substantially to these stress levels. An emergency fund acts as a buffer that allows individuals to tackle unforeseen expenses without resorting to credit cards or loans, which can lead to a debt spiral. Having this safety net empowers people to make better decisions under pressure and fosters a sense of control over their financial health. It promotes not only economic stability, but also mental well-being, proving that an emergency fund is an investment in both financial and emotional resilience. Now that you know the critical importance of an emergency fund, it's time to take action and start building yours. Don't wait for the unexpected to catch you off guard. Start today for a more secure tomorrow. If you found this helpful, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and check out our other videos. Your financial peace of mind is just a plan away.